What's good, everyone?
Yo.
It's your girl Kayla.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Marcus, and we are
Kayla
Kayla Mar.
Mar.
We're going to give everybody a second to come on in. So come on in,
Yes.
come on in, come on in.
Come on in. It's our first vertical live. We vertical.
Does this mean vertical?
Vertical.
Hold on, since you can't see that part.
Vertical live. And we got a lot to talk about.
Yep.
Well, not a lot, but
we got
hot topics.
We got a good topic. We got something that y'all definitely want to talk about.
Yes. It's just been a lot going on in these streets. Sorry, Marcus needs some space. He got a big body. We trying to figure out how this vertical goes.
You know what I'm saying? I like to be in here. I don't need to be all over here.
Yes. What's good cooking with the Catrins?
What's good?
We
Mon chéri.
Said
Eiffel Tower, French fries.
Baguettes. Croissants.
Yeah, out there doing y'all France thing.
Right. Shout out to y'all. We've been loving the videos. Hey, official Jamia, welcome in.
Welcome.
Y'all, that's 2 eating channels that's up in here, okay?
I mean, because we like to eat too.
We do. I think we can call ourselves foodies. I think that's fair.
It is.
Yes.
We can't cook like that, but we can eat like that.
You cook good.
I'm all right, you know?
Yeah. But so today we are going to be talking about who should be paying on the first date.
Yep. When do you talk about it? What's the right answer?
Yes. Is there a right answer?
It depends.
Yeah. So we have put a post on Instagram Shorts, TikTok. I think I put it on TikTok. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Our dog, y'all know whenever we get on our live, our dog Monsa likes to go wild. So we have tried to keep him from coming upstairs, and he is getting pretty smart. So we have it like rigged up, and he's still figuring it out. But anyways, so we have made a post on Instagram and TikTok on our shorts, and we asked everyone to use 4 words to ruin a first date. And the main responses had to do with money. Who's gonna pay for this? I ain't got my wallet. Whatever, different things were paying. Someone even said something about, can you pay for my kids? It was real funny. But it was a lot, like people just talking about, who should be paying on the first date. And a lot of it was money situations from the men and the women. So it's just a topic that we think needs to happen. We know y'all seen these reels, TikToks, where people are, as females, whenever the man isn't paying, they over here putting them on blast. Y'all, we at this restaurant and he ain't paying. Look at him. And honestly, I don't feel like that's right. That's not right. Hey, Megan. Hey, Sissy. The Catherine said the foodie's ready. LOL. Okay, we ready. Sorry, y'all. This inflation on a different level these days. And that's true, too. True, too.
Oh, what's going on, Miss Sissy?
Yes. Hi, sisters. So, yeah, it's different. And we just feel like that. I just feel like that's not right. I feel like you shouldn't be calling out no man or woman whenever they're not paying for the date fully. Or we just feel like it's something that you should talk about first.
Right. I feel like the conversation should happen before y'all even decide to go on the date. Mm-hmm. Or once like, hey, let's go on a date. Okay, let's get this out the way. Who's paying?
Yes.
Don't wait until the check comes. So like, you paying? You paying for your part, right?
That's awkward.
You got the lobster, the crab, the oysters.
Yeah.
You ain't even eat it.
Yeah. I think it's about, you should start that communication from the beginning. Like, hey, because whenever we went on our first date, let's just tell them how our first date went. I was prepared to pay. Any first date I've been on, I'm always prepared to pay for my part. Just because I just grew up like that. And I think my sister can agree on that. That's just kind of how we grew up. Like the first date, yeah, if the guy pays, okay, cool. But if he doesn't, okay, cool. Like we just met. I'm not expecting this dude to pay for my food. If he does, okay. Me and Marcus, we went to Smoothie King because it was during quarantine and we didn't have many options.
No, that's not why.
Well, that's part of the reason why.
No.
And he was on, well, it was for me.
Yeah.
And he was on his, what's it called? What?
I was getting ready for my show.
Yeah, there we go.
My last bodybuilding show. So I didn't have many options of places I could go. So Smoothie King gave me fruit. They gave me creatine. They gave me protein. They gave everything I needed.
Yeah. So I was being respectful of his food situation. And I love Smoothie King. So I was like, hey, let's go Smoothie King. So that's what we did. And I offered to pay for mine, and he still, ended up paying, but I was ready to pay for mine. Ladies, be ready to pay for the first date. If a guy tells you that he wants to go 50-50, there's nothing wrong with that, in our opinion.
Well, and not only that, but to me, the first date is really so we can get to know each other. If I got a mouthful of food and I'm always chomping down on something, and she got always chomping on something, we don't really get to talk. It's about the food and the place, and not about the time you get to spend with each other.
Yeah. We've always told people that we feel like with first dates, you should try to do something different. If you want to go out to eat, okay, cool, but go place maybe neither one of you guys have been, or we team arcade, go to our arcade, get ice cream, smoothie, anything like that. We feel like going out to eat on the first date is cool. I get it's traditional. But let's switch it up. Let's go do something that we can engage and talk and really get to know each other. Even the movies is a little played out in my opinion, but
yeah, because you can't talk in the movies. So we're really not getting to know each other. We're just watching a movie. Again, to me, the first date needs to be about how do we get to really talk and really just vibe out and figure out, do I really like this person? Is there a second date that's worth it?
Yeah. So that's our opinion on that as well. Hey, Carlton, what's good?
What's good?
Gang, gang, gang. Hey, Ruby Spot, welcome in. We see you. Appreciate you being here. So when it comes to paying for the first date, I know that, it looks like we got a question. Megan said, can we change to landscape view on the next live? LOL. In my high voice, LOL. This is something new we're trying to see how it goes, because per recent research, we just want to try it out.
We just want to give it a shot, but let us know if y'all don't like it. We can switch it up real quick.
If you guys don't like it, next live we can definitely do landscape. Trying something new. Okay.
Notice we did say next live is coming back. We back.
Yeah, sorry for Megan said don't like it, LOL. Okay, we appreciate that opinion. She's gonna keep it real, my sister. But yeah, if you guys don't like it, definitely let us know. We'll go back to landscape, just trying something new. But yeah, so we've been gone for a while, but we're back, y'all. And we bring in the date night content, and that's what we're niching down to. Date night saved our relationship. If you don't know about that, head to our video, The Truth About 2023. That lays it all out, and why we're niching down to date night. But yeah, so with the first date, we think that as you are planning that first date, go ahead and ask who's paying, or, are you expecting me to pay, or how do you feel about me paying for the first date? Talk about all of that. I think it's something that needs to be brought up in the beginning. And if you're a woman that wants her man to pay for it, the first date, then talking about it early is even better, because you can see if that guy aligns with your morals and what you want. You disagree?
No, I don't disagree.
You got quiet.
Just listen, letting you go. But just be honest. And if you expect the man to pay, say it. Because if he doesn't agree, well,
that may not be the one for you.
There's a big sign that maybe y'all aren't really supposed to be together.
Yeah. So if you're a woman that believes that the man should pay, then that's why we believe you need to go ahead and have that conversation early, because it will just save you a lot of time and heartache, I feel.
Yeah.
Ruby Spot said, I just always believe whoever asked for the date should pay, but Dutch isn't a deal breaker. Isn't a deal breaker. Okay, I can agree with that. Whoever asks pays. How do you feel about that?
Again, I can see it. It's one of those where it's situational. If I'm like, hey, look, let's go on a date. Let's get to see each other in person and everything. But she's wanting to pick somewhere that my pockets may not be able to afford. Like, because you get people like, I'm not going to chain restaurant. I'm only going to, okay, that's cool. If that's what you want, then you need to be prepared to pay for that.
Marcus is very honest, blunt. Y'all know he honest Abe. So if I would have came with that energy in the beginning, we wouldn't make it at all.
I wouldn't say that. I will say we wouldn't have made it if you were like, you're going to take me to the most expensive restaurant out here.
Mhm.
I'm bringing my friends. I'm bringing my sister. I'm bringing my nephew. And you paying for everybody. Then I'd be like, okay, well, y'all enjoy that family outing. I'm not going to be there.
Where did that come from, y'all? Like literally just out of nowhere. I feel like people, women in particular, bring their friends and want the man to pay too for the friends on the first date. Where did this come from? What does this mean? I feel like that's too much. First off, you're not getting to know the person. You over here to kikiing with your friends. And second off, I think that's just too much.
And I'm going to be honest. Come at me with that. You got to pay for me and my friend's energy. Oh, okay. I'm dating all of y'all then.
What's that mean?
I got options at the end of the night.
Okay. That's how he feels.
Look, if you expect me to pay for all of y'all, I just dated all of y'all. And I'm picking and choosing, but at the end of the night, I want you. I guarantee it's not going to be the one that thinks that.
I mean, it is what it is because that's your first date. So you may end up meshing with someone else if you bring your friends and stuff. And I mean, that's on you.
And Carlson says, what y'all think about the people who try to put the date on blast? Look, we're not a fan of that. It's petty, it's stupid. And if that's your energy, did you really think this was going to be a relationship that came out of this?
What did you say the other day? He said that if you feel like dating is a transaction, you don't need to be dating. You may have worded it better. You might have worded it better than me.
Actually, what I said was, if it's a transaction, what's the difference in me paying for your food and not expecting something in return at the end of the night? Look, okay, you expect me to take you here and pay all this money. Okay, I'm expecting something at the end of the night because it's not about me getting to know you.
Yeah,
it's about me using my money to give you a lifestyle. Okay, this just turned into something different.
Yeah, and I just to be honest, I had my time where I was like, "Ooh, girl, I'm gonna get this free meal." I'm just gonna be honest. I did have a moment, a couple of dates in there where I did that in college, and because the struggle's real in college, but it wasn't right. It wasn't right at all. And I mean, I'm sure a lot of women have that phase, and unfortunately, I don't know where we get that from, but we shouldn't be doing that.
So we got a question. So we talking 50-50 or women paying for the whole thing? My thing is, if we're going to split it, then we split it. The only time I would expect the woman to pay for the whole thing is if her expectations are unrealistic. We're going to the most expensive restaurant in town. Okay, I'm going to press you and be like, okay, can you afford that? Can you afford for two people to have drinks and dinner at the most expensive restaurant in town when we don't even know each other? It's different if we've been together and, okay, I'm going to break some bread because I know you're worth it.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I say I've always felt like the first date should be 50-50. Regardless, I've always offered to pay. Some dudes have let me pay, some have not. Either way, I'm not tripping because you just met me. I've never been on a date where I've paid for the whole thing. I don't know how I feel about that because I've never experienced. I'm thinking about it. I think if it's something that we talked about in advance, then I would probably be okay, but I don't really know.
I'm assuming because I don't know what you were like before I met you, but I'm pretty sure you weren't telling some dude to take you to the most expensive restaurant in town off rip.
No, I'm simple. Take me to Cheesecake. Take me to Olive Garden.
Okay, but to that point, what if the guy says, "Look, I don't have cheesecake money. We can do Burger King, McDonald's."
I'm not tripping off that either because at the end of the day, I'm not counting on no one's coins. I'm not marrying or dating someone for their money because I have my own. Now I don't want you to be dependent on me. Now I don't want that. But if I say I've heard this a lot too. Like if you want a man that is, taking you out to the $1,000 restaurants and stuff like that, you need to have $1,000 yourself, and it's so that you can pay if you need to. I'm not wording that right.
No, you are.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm a firm believer that these men or women that go for the high value person, well, are you bringing that same value? It doesn't have to be monetary, but are you making my life that much better? Like if you tell me, well, you got to drive a Porsche and you got to have a $500,000 house, okay, that's fine if those are your expectations. But I expect you to, in return, give me that same value.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to make the money, but are you making it that easy for me, or are you arguing with me every time I come home? Are you spending my money to where you became another bill? That ain't it. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll take a Burger King because I mean at the time when I was dating and doing different things, Burger King that's all I can get to. So I mean it is what it is. You can't be mad at it. Hey Rod, welcome in. I feel like we missed
Mama
question.
Debbie's in the building.
Hey Mama Debbie, miss you. I feel like you missed the question. I'm going back up, y'all. So are we? Oh, okay, that you answered that one.
And Donovan said he paying, and that's
fine.
Beautiful. It's perfect as long as y'all talk about it ahead of time.
Mama Debbie said if asked on first date, he pays, and if he chooses the restaurant because he knows his pockets. If she wants more expensive, then Dutch all the way. I agree.
Here we go.
And now Mama Debbie, that old school, okay? So, and she's married, been in a very
you
happy.
You gotta call Mama Debbie out like that.
I'm sorry. Rude. I'm sorry. I'm just saying that she's married and she's wise. So, like, if I'm listening to her, she got wisdom. We can go to Olive Garden and split a lasagna. Okay. They have that endless pasta at Olive Garden.
I will tell you, some of the restaurants out here have gotten wise to that. And they say, if you share your plate, we're charging you.
Yeah, we went somewhere the other day and they did that.
We've been to multiple places like that. She didn't see that on the menu.
I didn't.
Because she ain't paying.
No. But but we talked about it.
Yeah.
But
well, at this point, we don't talk about it.
Well, yeah, at this point, it's a little different. But still, sometimes, hey, you paying for this? Because if I know that, I got some stuff, my bill's about to come out automatic, and I'm like, hey, because we share money at this point. But what was I saying?
I don't know.
We've been live for a minute, y'all.
Right. We're a little rusty. Let's get this rust knocked out.
But yeah, so I'm fine with Olive Garden. And if you don't have the money and you still want to give the woman a great first date and you want to pay, be creative. I feel like be creative.
That's the thing. If you don't have the money to go out to a restaurant, okay, be creative. You can make stuff at home and go out and have a picnic. Mm-hmm. Or you can set up a thing at the house and it's like, okay, we're going to have dinner here. Mm-hmm. I'm cooking.
Okay. Yeah. Or if you want to take them out for dessert. Dessert is always cheaper. Well, most of the time. Going to get ice cream is getting a nothing but cake or getting some Andy's ice cream is going to be cheaper 9 times out of 10. So just do that. Like, hey, let's go out for ice cream, or let's go get a smoothie, or let's go get a snow cone. Y'all, it's snow cone season. Go on these snow cone dates.
Because another aspect about it might be, look, I'm trying to build some wealth here. And right now, my pockets aren't paying for expensive dates. Mm-hmm. My money's going to investments. My money's going here. You stick with me in a few years, get you whatever you want.
That's facts. And Mama Debbie said a coffee date. They do a coffee date. We love a coffee date. We started doing coffee date every Sunday.
She didn't even drink coffee like that.
I was not a coffee drinker at all when I first met Marcus. But as you smell those aromas in the house, you're like, let me try it. So, and once a week we go on a coffee date. We do Sunday, but I think he wants to start doing Saturday.
Well, because the place that I like to go to, they have like a soul food Sunday deal. And so the place just gets packed. Mm. And it's just too many people. We sitting there bunched up together. It's just not, it's not a vibe anymore.
Yeah. So yeah, once a week we get coffee just to talk and just go over, different things. It's us time, not business time. Let's see what the Catherine said. Ruby Spot said, I say don't request a place you can't afford yourself or that you don't normally go to.
Yep.
I can agree with that.
Yep.
Well, the Catherine said, you can read better because I can't see.
Well, show me where you're at.
The Catrins. If you can.
If you can only take me to McDonald's, you may not need to be dating. It doesn't have to be the most expensive restaurant, but first impressions are everything. And that's a very big school of thought too. It's been said, hey fellas, if you cannot afford to take a woman somewhere that's classy or fancy, you're not ready to date. stay home, get your bank account set,
Mm-hmm.
and then start dating.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm okay with that too.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, even if I have the money and I tell you, look, I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
I can afford to, but I don't know you yet. Let's work up to the expensive restaurant.
Yeah, I can see that too. I can agree with that.
But I definitely agree. Like if you just can't afford it, hey, maybe you need to chill on dating because dating is expensive.
Yeah. Let me tell y'all a story. Story time. So back when I was in college and learning to date and everything, I had this boo that did not have the most money. And, I'm not judging, like you work on your coin, I'll go through the struggle with you if you're worth it. But he was not worth it. But I had taken him to McDonald's one day. We had just got back from a party and we went to McDonald's because, late night, where do you go? McDonald's. And when I tell you, this dude was trying to complain because I was taking him to McDonald's. And by this time, we had been talking for a good 2, 3. What?
You took him to McDonald's.
Yes.
And he complained.
He did, because I was paying for, we've been talking for a good 2, 3 weeks by this time. And, he had paid for one date, and I think it was like Arby's or something real simple, Sonic, something like that. So I took him to McDonald's and he complained. And he's like, McDonald's, whatever. And I was just like, I went off. I was cussing him out. And I threw money at him and I said, you know what? Get out the car. I'm done with this. This is too much. It was a lot.
Did he offer to go somewhere else and pay?
No, he never offered to pay. I was that female, y'all. I
wouldn't say that. I definitely wouldn't say that. I mean, there's nothing wrong if you decide, look, I want to take him somewhere and I want to pay. Nothing wrong with it.
I was paying every time, -1.
Oh.
Like we went out on dates. I would say at least 6 to 7, somewhere in there after 2, 3 weeks. We were seeing each other about every day. And I was driving to his place. Let's add that on there. It was a lot.
He didn't have a car?
I don't remember. I just remember driving a lot. But I don't know if he had a car or not. It was a lot, y'all. Like females that have that open heart and what am I just, they're easily used. We got to get some girth about us, got to get more confidence about us and know our worth. I didn't know my worth at that point, just to be completely honest.
So we got a good question.
Oh, okay.
Katrin said, how do you get the conversation started about who pays? Because some people are shy.
That's a good one. I think you go first.
So one of the things that got some of our difficult conversations started were those games that you brought over. There's was that Mentally Stimulate Me?
Yes, but there's a lot of similar games.
There's a lot of games out there where it covers different scenarios, and you just answer the question on the card, and those questions get conversations going. And sometimes there's questions like, hey, who pays for the first date? Mm-hmm. That way I don't have to ask you and feel awkward, and you don't have to ask me and feel awkward. Well, the game said it. Yeah.
And even if you don't have the deck of cards, you can just ask questions like, hey, let's do Q&A type things. I think we did that I don't know if we did it over the phone or not.
We did it, but that was after we had played all the games. We had more games. So we still had a pretty solid baseline of, I know a lot about you already. Mm-hmm. So I feel comfortable asking you more intimate questions.
Mm-hmm. And even if we didn't have the games, I feel like if someone would have come to me and said like, hey, I just want to, make sure that our first date goes well. I don't want any awkward moments. I really want to get to know you and have a good first date. Let's talk about, do you expect me to pay or should I pay? Because I think I did do that actually. Now I'm thinking about it before you. I would ask like, hey, are you going to be paying or should I have some money? On the female part, maybe.
I do see that being difficult because let's be honest. I don't think you would have asked me that bluntly before we had our first date.
I can't speak on it now, but because it's been so long, but I feel like so a game is a good way, but I feel like if, you don't want to have that awkward moment, then I mean,
because the thing is, like they were saying, some people are too shy. So how do you start the conversation? You can't start a conversation like that if you're shy.
I guess so. Looking from a shy perspective, then maybe you just go ahead and have your money ready, just in case. I mean, and I was a shy person back in the day, and maybe that's, I always have my money ready either way. So
I think the question does need to happen. I mean, the conversation has to happen. Whether the man brings it up or the woman brings it up, I think that's just part of dating maturity. Be prepared to start the conversation. Don't get blindsided, because the thing that sucks is, what if I pick a place and then you end up ordering something I don't expect you to order? And that's what you normally order. And as a result, shoot, that's $100 plate. I only got $100. I can't even cover taxes and tip.
Yeah. But normally when the guy asks or the woman asks, they pick a place that is not going to put them over the budget.
There's a lot of people out here playing games where it's like, hey, I'm going to get this place because it's nice and fancy and it's impressive. But I don't expect them to order. Well,
don't do that.
Well, let's be honest. We're having a conversation about people putting folks on blast on social media because they're not paying.
Yeah.
Some guys think like that. And it's like, she's not going to order the 16-ounce ribeye.
Because she's going to get that salad trying to be cute.
Right. And she might be like, hey, I will order that 16-ounce ribeye and eat it because it's what I normally eat.
And take something to go.
Trouble.
Yeah.
Now you're in trouble because, like, God, I had salad money, not steak money.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a slippery slope. If anyone in the comments have a response for that, by all means, go ahead and answer. But yeah, that's a good question. I think, in our opinion, just have some type of Q&A game in the beginning. Because honestly, I feel like you should kind of talk on the phone and through the phone and before you go on a date, me personally. But, you know.
And I think, because that's pretty much what we did. We talked on the phone. And the first date wasn't that we didn't have to have a big conversation around it because our conversations led up to it. And our first date was really just to get out and do something, interact with each other, and
see each other in person because we met on dating app. I need to make sure he was real.
I need to make sure she was real.
Welcome in theater and drama. Okay, name. I like that. What are some ideas to start? Okay. You read that already? Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
Megan's got a good response. I think it has everything to do with the level of effort given or intention on both parties when it comes to the first date.
I can agree with that. Mama Debbie, what does she say?
Everyone needs to look at Kayla Moore dating ideas. Even after being married 30 years, some of your ideas helped reinvigorate our weekly dates.
Oh, well, thank you. That means a lot to us. That really is our goal. We want to bring back the magic of date night because we brought it back in our lives, in our relationship. We don't think that it doesn't matter what phase you're at. If you're new, if you've been together for 2 years, 5 years, you're married, you're engaged, whatever. Date night is very important. I feel like we say date night is our love language because honestly, it encompasses, I was thinking about this today, I didn't tell you yet. It encompasses all the love languages, quality time, words of affirmation. Because when you go on those dates and have those conversations, you're getting those words of affirmation. Physical touch. You never know what date night's going to lead to. Which one am I missing? Gifts. Because you can go out and do different things, make gifts. We've been on dates before where we made candles, and that could have easily been a gift for each other. Which one am I missing? There's 5.
Did you say acts of service?
Acts of service, yes. Opening doors on the dates, paying for the dates. Like it encompasses. Yeah, it encompasses. Sorry, I just got off work. It encompasses all of the 5 love languages, and that's why we feel like date night is important because it's going to bring your relationship closer together, and we believe in doing it on a budget.
Well, and not only that, but it really benefited us because I'm a homebody. She has turned into a homebody, and our relationship almost started to get stagnant because it was just, all right, well, let's just watch Netflix and grab a snack and we chill on the couch every day.
Which, there's nothing wrong with Netflix and chill, but spice it up. So we started, making forts and then getting snacks, or we would go to Dollar Tree and do a point game and just blindly decide what we're going to eat today. Marcus loves going to gas stations. We're going to do a video on gas station dates.
Look, I'm going to tell y'all something. Don't sleep on gas stations.
Whenever I tell people we go on gas station dates, they look like, what? They don't get it. But we're going to do a video on it one day for y'all so y'all can see.
Just pick a direction and drive in that direction.
He loves it. But it gets us in the car. It gets us talking.
And that's the thing with me. We're in the car. We're talking. We're seeing things we don't normally see. We're going places we don't normally go. We're spending time together. And then when we get there, we'll do the point game and we'll just get some random snacks and then come back. And then we've got a whole adventure that we just went on for like 3 hours. And it was just us. No phones, no people, just us.
And it only costs $20.
Well, it depends.
Well, it depends on how far you drive.
Because sometimes I got to put gas in there. That $20 date to turn into a $100 date.
Yeah, we believe in budget dating. Budget dating has gave us so many hacks. And speaking of date night hacks, we put weekly date night hacks on our Patreon. Head to our Patreon, Kayla Mar, and we have all our date night hacks on there. We'll do some videos on it eventually, but we got to give it to our folks first, you know? We do not believe in spending a lot of money on date night. Nope. Child. If we do, it's every blue moon.
And and this thing, it's, again, let's do something different. So since we've been doing all these budget-friendly dates, we're going to go on this expensive date.
Yeah.
And even sometimes then we try to turn that expensive date.
I know. Because it's been crazy how much we've saved just by doing cheap dates and budget-friendly. Some people don't like the word cheap. Budget-friendly, affordable dates. Just to throw one out there, because our Patreon people have had it for a while. Did you know that the movie theater has a cheaper night? So normally on Tuesday or Wednesday, you can go to the movie theater and spend $5 a ticket to see the same movie that was $20 yesterday. Yes. So ours is on Wednesday. Our favorite movie theater is every Wednesday, $5 tickets.
There's just no good movies out right now.
No, yeah, they ain't no good.
$5 to go.
We wait on Bad Boys to come out. That's what we gonna go to the movie theater again. But yeah, so stuff like that. We found out there's cheap bowling nights. There's so many date night hacks, y'all. And we'll bring them more on all of our social media platforms later. But right now, our Patreon people got it.
And if y'all got some ideas, or if y'all want to challenge us, like, I bet y'all can't go on a date for this amount.
Bet money.
I bet you we will.
We will. It will be a good day too. Challenge Kayla Mar. So anyways, thank you. We went off on tangent. Thank you, Mama Debbie, for that that comment. We appreciate that and love that.
You want to look too far.
Okay, let me get us back where we're at. Maybe you can speak in hypothetical, like what if we were to go on a date? What would we go and who would pay? Where are we going? That's smart. Yep. I like that. Yep. Like plan the date, plan it together. I mean, that's kind of fun too.
We already said that.
Yeah, plan the date together, the first date.
Yeah.
Hey, Warm Strong Adventures, welcome in. Maybe I'm old school, but I pay for the dinner date. I feel extremely awkward if my date pays for it. Now I'm not taking everybody on a dinner date. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing, and I feel like different groups, because once you start getting into your 20s and younger, expectations are different. Now that's where a lot of the unrealistic expectations come from, where he got to pay for me and my friends. Okay. I
don't know who started that.
I don't either, but I haven't seen anybody married doing that.
Yeah, true. We saw a video actually where the homegirls, it was one of their birthdays, and was only one man there, and he was married. And he said, he wasn't paying for everybody after the homegirls wanted him to pay. And the wife said, my husband doesn't have to pay.
Explain this a little bit.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, baby.
There was this birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
The woman whose birthday it was, she invited her friend, and her friend brought her husband. And that woman whose birthday party was expected this other woman's husband to pay for everybody there. And he said, I'll pay for you because it's your birthday, my wife and mine. Everybody else is on y'all.
Yeah, and like the whole group was upset, and the birthday girl was upset, but the wife said, "My man don't have to pay." He said, "That's my husband, not y'all's." Right. She said, "Go get y'all men." And then the thing is, the birthday girl said, "I got a man. Oh, okay. Well, where he at?
He couldn't afford the place, probably.
What's going
Or
on?
he probably knew what kind of shenanigans she was on. So he was like, I'm not going. She ain't trying to push me into paying for all these women.
Yeah, and it's crazy because they had to be at least in their 40s.
Yeah.
They weren't even young. They know, was it Gen Z?
Speaking
of Gen Z, welcome in, Lotcott.
What's good, bro?
Hey, the Bud Files, welcome in. LOL Big Facts. What's up, Bud Files? What are some good first date ideas for those looking to shoot their shots? Okay, let's see. Definitely would say arcade. I think the arcade is a good first date because, for one, you see how competitive they are. Do you like their competitive level? If they lose, are they throwing stuff? I feel like it's a good way to get to know somebody. And you don't have to wait till a certain time to leave. If you have that arcade, you can leave whenever you want. As soon as that little bop it, socket, whatever, Hungry Hippos is done.
Oh, that's the game you playing?
I don't know. I'm just spinning my head. You can deuces. Like, there's no set time. Because when you at a dinner table, you got to wait.
Maybe.
I mean, you can leave, but you can leave, but I'm out. For it to not be so messy. What about you?
I definitely like arcades. Again, coffee, ice cream. Mm-hmm. I'm much more of a let's do something that gets us talking. Mm-hmm. We can do the dinner stuff later once I know that I like talking to you. I know that you're worth keeping around. Then we can spend the money later. But let me get to know you.
He said spend the money later. He's such a man. I think, yeah. And I was going to say too, like a sip and paint. They have a whole bunch of, was it Plato's Paint? There's a lot of different sip and paint companies. I think that's a great one to do, especially if you're both creative and like that type of thing. There's also different things like the cake thing that we did, where you go and tipsy cake. You go and decorate a cake, and then you're sipping on some drink while you're there. So that was fun as well.
More men need to do that. Yeah. I'm gonna tell y'all, it felt awkward to walk into a room full of women looking at me sideways. What is he doing here? Well, I mean,
people saw us doing it as a date, so like, oh, let me bring my man. Some don't think of it.
And came back and they looking at me like, what you doing? Like, I've been here the whole time.
Yeah. So the things like that. Think outside the box. A picnic. I would love a good picnic as a first date. I think a lot of girls would say that.
And that shows that you put time into it. You thought about it. And that shows the man or the woman, either whatever side, okay, this person's putting in effort. Mm-hmm. It's okay. I don't care that we didn't go to the most expensive restaurant because this actually means more to me. Mm-hmm. Do a picnic with the foods that they like. Shoot.
Or you cook it. Or even if you buy the food. I mean, that's fine too. Like, hey, if I said my favorite restaurant is Cheesecake Factory, and then he brings Cheesecake Factory on this picnic, oh, we good. I'm excited. At least a cheesecake, at least. So something like that. Yeah, just get creative. If you want more, definitely check out our shorts for date night ideas, our videos, reels, all that.
And be honest. If you like a certain thing, a certain activity, maybe that's a great first date for you. Like, I love gas stations. I bet you I would have taken her on a gas station date and she would have liked it.
I like doing it now. But at first, I used to look at him like, why?
But so what is it that got you liking it?
The time we spend together, the conversations we've had. Every time we go, we try a different snack. And I've learned new snacks. Those spicy Funyuns, y'all better get y'all some spicy Funyuns.
They're queso.
Okay, the queso spicy Funyuns. It says spicy on the bag.
Spicy queso.
Spicy queso, those are bomb. But I never would have had that if we wouldn't have went on a gas station date.
So, right. And if I would have taken you on the first date and say, gas station date, but we get the stuff, and we gotta have a picnic with the stuff. Mm-hmm. Would that have been?
Yeah, that would have been fun. So yeah, pick out the food at the gas station and then go on a picnic. Mm-hmm. That's even more cheap, y'all. Look at him.
I'm saying, like,
budget.
It doesn't have to be all about the bread you spend.
No, definitely not. Honestly, if a guy is creative and bought out the date, that's going to impress me way more than spending hundreds of dollars on the date, me personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's easy. Just
Isaiah said, "You're not a homebody." I am now. I used to not be.
How you know he talking to you?
I know who you talking to. Oh, he talking to you?
He might.
Oh.
I don't know with him sometimes. Gas station dates fire for real.
Isaiah, Lockhart would like that. I bet y'all won't go on a nature date. What's a nature date?
We've done that. We've gone to Scissortail.
Oh yeah, we used to go to Scissortail every Thursday and chill out and listen to jazz music. So I don't know if that's what he's calling a nature date, but Scissortail's a park. Sorry, y'all, if you don't know, Scissortail Park. We got a blanket, had Uno, and listen to jazz.
Speaking of picnics, you had to remember that surprise picnic you took me on?
Yes. I'd have a video where I put how to surprise your partner with a date. And I surprised Marcus with a picnic to Scissortail Park. Sorry. And they were playing Miles Davis, and he loves Miles Davis. So she did that. Okay. So, yes, it's very fun. Hey, No Filter with King Legs.
What's going on?
Ruby Spot said, listen, I thought that was crazy. Wasn't it? I'm in my 40s and love video games, but I'm often judged for it. Girl, yeah. Video game dates are dope too.
We even have there's a spot out here, I forgot what it's called, but it's an entire place that's dedicated to throwback games. Nintendo games, Sega Genesis games. You haven't been there. Throwback arcade games. Mm-hmm. Like there's tons of grown folks like games. Don't let anybody judge you.
Yeah. And I know on our social media feed, we're getting a lot of, because we post date night content. So we get a lot of different date night content ideas. There's a whole bunch in Dallas, of course, Atlanta. They have a place where you can go and create your own sneakers.
And Atlanta.
Yeah. They're just,
of course,
they're just white sneakers and you get to decorate them however you want. They have, of course, wineries.
Now they
places where you can make your own wine.
Now they got one in Japan. You can go make your own custom J's.
Oh.
Of course, it's Japan, and your own forces, and you can put the different materials on it, of course, within reason. But they got all these material options, and your custom J's or your forces got whatever materials you want, not just putting colors on it.
That's dope. Mm-hmm. Okay, Japan.
So I mean, if you got the bread, go to Japan on date.
Goals.
Right.
Let's see. Hey, Adventurers, welcome in. Hope you and your hubby are doing well. Yes, those spicy Funyuns hit. They do. I love them things.
They taste good, but I got to be in the car with her on the way back.
Oh, you talking about my breath?
The whole cabin smell like spicy Funyuns.
You love me or no?
I mean, I got more Tic Tacs.
Whatever. Adventurer said, as long as I'm being fed, I don't care where we're going. Okay, I'm not mad at that at all. Feed me. Because I get hangry.
Whew.
He didn't have to do all that, y'all.
Well, tell them what happened. What was it yesterday at the mall? The day before?
Oh yeah, it was. We went to the mall. What did we go to the mall for?
We went to go get some shoes.
We went to go get Marcus some new shoes at the mall, and as soon as I walked in, I said, "You got to feed me. I'm about to go off."
She literally, the second, I don't know what happened. The second her hand hit the door, she starts fussing. She goes and gets a pretzel. The first bite, talking done.
I didn't talk for the rest.
She didn't say another word. I'm like, I need to go get stock in this place.
Auntie Annie's pretzel, shout out to you. Y'all get that new cinnamon almond pretzel. I think that's what it was.
I don't know what it was, but
it was cinnamon, some type of nut on it. It was bomb. But I was quiet for the rest of the time. I helped him shop.
Literally, she was fussing the second we hit the door. The second she took a bite, no words. It was amazing.
I was hangry, and he fed me. So I voice what you need, but closed mouths don't get fed. Literally.
That's true. That's a fact.
Adventurer said, my husband told me I'd rather clothe you than feed you. What? Do you agree to that?
It's getting there. It's getting there.
Well, I need food.
Because, yeah.
I can get my own clothes. I guess I get my own food too, but it's different when your man buys it for you and feeds it to you. Yeah. That's not nature. I'm talking about the woods. You're right. I'm not doing that.
No, we can do that.
What?
We'll bring a trailer.
I can go on a hike, and then I'm going back home.
You're not going to go on a hike.
I've been on a hike before.
2 miles in, you ready to come back.
I mean, it wasn't a long hike. I didn't do that well either. I had someone holding my hand.
See, she ain't about that life.
No, I'm not good with bugs and stuff, but
What she wants is us to bring out one of those big, huge trailers that you need a Class D license for. One of the campers with a whole TV in it, bed, shower.
No, I don't even want that. I want to drive I want to go on a cabin date.
We've done that.
We haven't.
Well, it wasn't just us.
No, yeah, that was a group date. That didn't come out right. It was 6 of us, and we all
had our own rooms.
Okay, yeah, we had our own rooms.
Nobody switched rooms.
Everybody had their own.
That kind of party.
Yeah, everybody had their own person. Okay. But yeah, that was fun. I want to do another cabin date. That's a good one too. We had a good time though, and rode horses, and yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
But sitting in the woods, just chilling, nah,
I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing Survivor.
You're not doing that either.
I'm not gonna survive. What are your do's and don'ts of a first date? Catherine's coming with these heat questions, okay? Do's and don'ts for a first date. Let's do the don'ts first. I feel like this is gonna be easier. Don't bring up your ex on a first date. That's a no-no. That sounds like you haven't healed, in my opinion. You?
Don't stay on your phone.
Yeah, don't stay on your phone. Put the phone to the side. Not saying to turn it off, because emergencies happen, but definitely don't have it front and center. How do you feel about posting?
No.
Okay, he's saying don't even post.
So, because I know post. Here's the thing: are you gonna post me on your first date? So I'm gonna feel a little left out, and I'll be sitting there with nothing to do while you post it.
I just know some people will want to, get the food.
That's not.
But
the time.
You can do that another day.
Not the time.
It's not. I was just thinking about it. I was like, would I do that?
Nope. Even as content creators, I'm like, nope. Put that phone down.
Yeah. So don't do that. Put the phone down. I would say definitely don't try to put on a front. Don't bring a representative. Be your true self. If you want it, let's say you out to eat. If you want that lasagna, you get that lasagna, girl. Don't worry about that salad. So definitely be yourself.
And fellas, don't try to act like you know the fancy French names and Italian names, because you look stupid. If you don't know, you don't know. Don't try to say, yeah, get me the Blanc de Rouvon. Don't do that, because she know that don't sound right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. It's your turn for you.
I just said one.
No, you piggyback off me. Okay, well, I think those are our major don'ts. Do's, be yourself. I would say definitely. I would say this too. Wear what you want to wear. I would. Go ahead.
It depends on where you're going.
No, dress for the occasion, definitely. But if I just say be yourself fully, and I think that's why I like the simple dates too, because
there's no pressure.
Yeah, there's no pressure. You don't have to worry about wearing heels or, any of that stuff. That's why, arcade dates, bowling, blah, 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 that type of stuff, I think is just ideal because you're both so comfortable. I would say definitely don't be afraid to, this is a do and a don't kind of, but don't ask too many questions to where you're not letting the other person speak. It needs to be an even back and forth. Because some people, Marcus likes to talk a lot. He knows how to shut it off, but you need to still let the other person, let them be able to talk and engage with you. Because I've been on dates where the guy is just talking
a lot.
Go ahead. What am I about to say?
I think what you're trying to say is be engaging and show interest in the other person. Don't give short one-word answers. Give an answer that's going to lead the conversation forward, and ask questions about the other person. So it's not just about you.
Yeah.
And know what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, baby. And don't bring up sex. Segs. I don't know if I can say that.
Right. You just got this.
Sorry. I'm about to say that we just get. Don't bring up segs. Leave that alone. Because any dude that brings that up first date, I'm not interested.
I'm going to give sometimes it's okay. Look, we're grown. Because there are some people that look, I'm feeling you, you feeling me. I want it, you want it. Somebody got to say it.
Do you on the first date, or can you wait?
If both parties want it, what's wrong with it?
I mean, grown. You're right. People are grown. I just say it's not ideal to bring it up.
If you don't feel it going that way, definitely don't bring it up. But it's one where just be mindful and really be careful. And just if you're paying attention, you'll know. I just feel like if you're paying attention to the person, you'll know if it's okay.
I feel like that's not smart to say because I feel like
go ahead.
I feel like some people feel like they know. Oh yeah, she won't me to say it. She won't me to say it, but really she doesn't.
So and it's from my experiences, women in the past on first dates, if they wanted to go there, they give clues, and it's my job to be perceptive enough to pick up on them.
I say don't say it because I feel like, especially when you don't know this person, and I mean, how are you going to be able to read that? You know, it's hard to. I say don't do it. It's too risky.
Look, I haven't made the wrong decision yet.
Oh my God! For those of you under 18, don't listen to Marcus. Don't listen to Marcus.
Look,
don't do it. That's my opinion. Y'all say in the chat, do you think it's okay to bring up sex the first date? We disagreeing on this. I say don't do it. But read the chat and maybe you can see who majority rules. Hey, Arno Peters, welcome in.
Welcome in.
King Lex said, "Oh, I love that custom shoes."
Mm-hmm. Now that's one you got to look. I'll be honest on that one. Fellas, if you're gonna take a woman on
that's
that,
gonna cost.
You be prepared to break bread.
Yeah, I'm probably sure it's just $100.
You gotta buy the shoes, and then you gotta pay for whatever you plan on customizing.
Yeah,
and if you go to Japan, they got some gold stuff. So,
oh, you're doing too much. Gold is too much for me. What I was about to say, there's rug dates too. Like you can go on.
Yeah.
You can go and create rugs together. That's one of the ones that's our goal to do. There's one that opened up here.
Dallas, isn't it?
There's one here.
Okay.
It just opened up. So yeah. Hey, Carmen Lynn for the win. Welcome in.
Fellas, they even got fedora making classes.
They do.
Y'all seeing that content come soon.
Yeah.
You know I'm making a fedora.
And if we have it here in Oklahoma, y'all got it everywhere else.
Right.
Because we be behind. Hey, $20 say y'all want to do it. Oh, you want us to do a date for $20? That's easy.
Haven't we already done that?
We have many times.
Look,
easy.
I mean,
that's not even a challenge.
You know what? This is what I'll say. First off, check it out on Instagram. We already got that, but we're gonna do it again.
We put what on Instagram?
We got a $20 date on Instagram.
I'm sure we do, but I don't think we labeled it as $20.
Okay.
But
matter of fact, we're gonna do a $20 date, and we're gonna put this comment on there.
Okay.
Bam, done. Now I will say this. Hold on. I understand that we in Oklahoma have some much more affordable options.
True.
I found out that in Atlanta, they hit y'all with all kinds of fees for going out. So the food might cost this, but they're gonna hit y'all with this, and this. We don't have that out here.
Yeah. Shout out to Meat Now. They told us about that.
So if you know some of these things you're talking about and y'all got all those fees, it may not be feasible. See
yeah. But you can't figure it out, because if we can figure out, we've done a lot of free dates. So
you just got to get more creative in those expensive markets.
You do. Or just plan better. Or just go somewhere else.
Picnics.
Option B, C, D.
Peanut butter and jelly is cheap everywhere.
Yeah. Hey, Team Reach Travels, welcome in.
Hey, welcome in.
Shout out to their date night. They had a date. They did the $100 date challenge recently. The Captions did it too. So shout out to them for y'all doing that date night.
Hold on, what did he say?
Go ahead.
Right, Lockhart.
Right here. Swear I'm not doing that. I ain't saying nothing about staying. I'm just saying walk a mile or something like that. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I'm just talking about. Please don't me on the first date. No face, no case, baby.
Post me.
Oh, post me. I say, I'm about to say don't do that either on the first date. But yeah, Most people don't like that. You definitely get permission if you feel like you want to do a post, but I wouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm. Somebody like your eyebrows.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate you.
King Lex.
Marcus don't miss. LOL. Marcus sound right. Don't listen to him. I feel like SEX can be a part of the conversation, but if y'all know if that's the only goal from what they saying, okay.
Like,
but I mean, that's something you kind of know in advance, though, right?
It depends. I mean, not everybody has a whole lot of conversations before the first date. But again, you can feel it. You can feel that energy.
I will say most people can, but there's some people that do not.
And there's definitely a tactful way of figuring it out. It's not, oh, you ready to go? Check, please.
I guess so. I mean, I get why we grown. I get it. But I just feel like it's risky. I'm not doing it.
I mean, it's...
But teach its own. Each its own. You know, I may be keeping you from a love connection because y'all love Jones. They had SEX the first date.
And that's the thing. Like, look, if somebody want it and you want it, don't be, look, okay.
I'm not saying there's nothing. If that's what both parties want, that's fine. I'm just saying to bring it up.
Because I'm definitely not a fan of it. Well, I'm going to make him wait for 90 days. For what?
He going on the Steve Harvey stuff.
I didn't say it. You said it.
He don't like that book, y'all.
I don't.
I read it. And look who next to me. Just saying.
How much of it worked?
Oh, I didn't do all of it. I didn't go word for word, but I listened.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see you guys. Good to see you too. Do a date for 5. Ooh.
Bet.
Okay, we got that. Just went from 20 to 5.
We got $5.
$5 date. We're gonna do the $20 date first, and then we'll do the $5.
Yep. We're gonna do the $20, we're gonna do the $5. I'm waiting for somebody to say something in particular. We're gonna see if it comes up. I'm not gonna put it out there. That's gonna be a challenge.
Okay. It's been a while. It has. We've been MIA a little bit, but we getting back.
Life been lifing.
Yeah. Thank y'all for being here and still sticking with us.
Yes.
Regardless of the lifing.
And thank y'all for the 1.3 million views.
Yes, we just hit 1.3 million views. And I honestly was not thinking we were going to hit that. I was thinking we hit 1 million views. I don't know when we hit 1 million views, but I didn't think it was going to go up that quickly because we haven't been posting. So appreciate you guys. We love you guys for real.
Absolutely.
I'm just curious, what is the appropriate time to bring up the deal breakers? First date to get out the way and not waste time, or give it a little time first?
I think give it a little time, because there's certain things that might be a deal breaker until you get to know that person and understand the situation, and it may not be such a deal breaker. For me, one of my stand on deal breakers used to be something that once I got to know Kate, it didn't matter. It was one of those where I was like, that's not that big a deal.
What was it?
You gotta have this much money saved up, because that shows me fiscal responsibility.
I didn't have to say that.
Nah.
When I tell you guys, Marcus has taught me so much about financial literacy. I used to have a phase in my life, just being open and transparent with you guys. My account was going negative every 2 weeks. It was going negative.
I think you're gonna tell them all that.
I'm just being honest. It was. And Marcus taught me a lot, and taught me about saving and, prioritizing things. And now that has not happened in a long time. And yeah, there are just certain things that I didn't know about. I used to I want to go out to eat, knowing I only got $5 in the account and I'm still going to go out to eat. No, I don't do that anymore. Marcus taught me that if you can't afford it 5 times or pay for it 5 times, you can't afford it. So I think in that mindset now. So okay, let's say I want to buy these earrings. If I can't afford to buy 5 of them, then if I can't, am I saying right?
Pretty much. It's one of those where, and it's definitely scalable, because it's one of those where you can look at it like, well, I can't buy 5 houses. Well, chill. It doesn't have to be with houses. But if you're trying to go out there and get Starbucks every day, well, can you afford to buy 5 cups of Starbucks every day? Maybe you need to chill on a Starbucks and make coffee at home.
Yeah.
Build your bank account, get your investments set up, and let those things pay for the incidentals and the fun things.
Mm.
Don't just take your check and say, well, all my bills are paid, so now let's go out and party with the rest of it. No, don't do that, because now when an emergency happens, let's say you get a flat tire, credit card's maxed out. How are you paying for the new tire?
Yeah. But back to the question, sorry. The deal breakers. Yeah, I agree with Marcus. Bring it up with time. I wouldn't bring it up the first date. I would definitely just enjoy the first date, get to know the person. Now, maybe that second, third date, yeah. I think it depends on how big of a deal breaker it is. So let's say, for instance, I'm trying to think of one. Like if someone has a different religion than you, and you're very stern, like, this is my religion and I need someone that has that same religion. I mean, I think I say bring that up, second date. You don't agree?
I feel like that's one, because I've heard and I've seen a lot of people who are very strict about their religion, but they're married to somebody with a different religion. Because again, it's one of those where as you get to know the person, well, Christian and Catholic, well, that's not that different. There's some differences in how you practice, but I mean, once you get to know the person, you might be like, you know what? I'll go to my church, you go to your church, and every once in a while we'll go to each other's church and we'll be all right.
I think it depends on the person. I think if that's not a big deal breaker for you, then yeah, definitely that's possible. But if it's a deal breaker, then yeah,
And I've even seen people as serious about their religion, so much so, I've even seen new religions created so two people of different religions can be together. You laugh, but
I mean, it happens.
There's some very strict people out there, and that's one of those where I feel like as long as you get to know the person, it might drop in priority.
It just depends.
Now, kids or no kids.
Yeah, not kids are kids, no kids. That's a big one too. I've seen people get divorced because of that. They thought they wanted kids, but nah. But anyways, I definitely don't say on the first date. I wouldn't do on the first date. I would just enjoy the first date. Yeah. But second, third, or however you feel appropriate after that, for sure, go for it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Everyone's saying congrats. That's what I was worrying about, religion, kids, etc. Yeah, I think it depends on the person and how important it's to them. But
I think it also depends on how fast you guys are progressing. Because like us, we knew so much about each other by the time we got to the first date because we spent so much time talking.
That's true.
Things that we were talking about on our first date are things that I probably have never talked about with another woman on a first date.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's our first date spill. If you want your man to pay, then definitely make sure you find a man that's willing to pay and has the same morals with you when it comes to the paying for the first date.
Be realistic.
Be realistic, yeah. And don't be afraid to go 50-50. Girls, ladies, if the dude wants to go 50-50, I say don't trip.
And actually, that might be a good thing. It might show that he's financially responsible and he might have more money than you think.
Maybe. I just say don't trip. Don't put him on blast. Don't put him on TikTok.
Never do that. Even if he is broke, don't put him on
blast. Yeah, because those girls that have done that, you are tainted.
And they probably
you are now tainted.
They probably can't afford it themselves.
Don't do that. Don't ever blast nobody on social media, I feel like, unless they're causing harm and you need emergency or something. But
still don't put them on blast.
What do you mean? If there needs some saving?
You gonna put it on social media?
I mean, you should be calling 911, but
that's what I'm saying. Don't put on. There's no reason to go to social media.
I don't know. I guess if you got your phone, call 911
right,
first.
You're spending your time putting me on Facebook Live when I'm dying.
I don't know. Maybe they need evidence. If it's an emergency,
we're in a restaurant. There's plenty witnesses.
I'm saying period. No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about period. I'm talking about period in life.
Okay.
I'm saying just don't blast period. I don't think you should blast anybody. I think that's rude. But anyways, all right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. We will go back to landscape. We wanted to try the vertical and see how it went, but we'll go to landscape next time. And let us know what topics you want us to talk about with dates. If you guys just want a live of date night ideas, we got you. Definitely check out our reels on Instagram and our shorts as well. We put a lot of date ideas on there. And we will be doing a $20 date and a $5 date, and we'll do a video for them. And if you want date night hacks, definitely go over to our Patreon, because that's where we're putting our hacks. Weekly hacks, and we'll post some eventually, but for now they're over there. Anything else you need to say, hubbies?
I just want to say thank you guys for pulling up.
Yes.
Thank you guys for rocking with us. Thank you again for the 1.3 million views.
Yes.
We are back in this thing, so next Tuesday we're gonna be right here.
Oh. Okay. Well, we'll be back.
We will be here.
Okay. We'll be back next Tuesday. Team Reach Travel said I would love more date night ideas. Okay. Our next live will be date night ideas.
And if y'all have anything that y'all want to suggest as a date night idea, hit us up.
Yes.
We'll definitely do it, or find a way to do it.
Yeah. Or if you just want to put them in the chat next live, that's fine too.
Yep.
Patreon hacks have been coming in clutch. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. This week's will be posted tomorrow. So look out for that. And our giveaway for this month will be on the Patreon coming up this week too. Probably this weekend we'll probably post it.
And captions, thank you. They say good to see me doing better. Thank you.
Oh yes, my baby. My baby.
It's been a long road to recovery, but we back.
It has. All right, guys. Thank you again. We love you. Keep shining. Ashe.
Peace.
Pooh, pooh, pooh.
I don't know what that is.
Have a good date night. Na, 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 na.